Hey, it's Jay from Team 125 Overland, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the tire Hitchgate that I have on my truck. I get a lot of questions about what do I think about my Hitchgate on my truck. Well, I want to talk about it. So, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I have Hitchgate on there, and I actually have it on there for a purpose. I wanted to design a shower system for my truck where I could take hot showers every day. I love overlanding. I love camping. But one thing I absolutely positively need is I just need a shower every single morning. I need a shower. I need a cup of coffee. Got to have those two things. I just don't feel right. So I wanted to design a shower. Part of that was putting a 22-gallon water tank underneath my truck. Well, the only place that I really could put that without being very cumbersome was actually underneath my truck in the spare tire mount, the spare tire spot. Additionally, too, I have 35s on my truck, so the spare tire that comes stock with the truck isn't going to fit. If you're looking on the market for something that carries a spare tire for a truck, like the Silverado, there is nothing out there. There's one chintzy one that kind of flips down that's really cheap. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. There is one company that creates bumpers with swing gates. They have like the worst reviews. They're like known as like criminals on the internet. If you do your research, you find out that they never, like you'll pay them money and they'll never fulfill your order. I'm sorry, I don't know the name. So your really only option is you want something like what I have is a tire gate. Well, let me tell you, first and foremost, it's a swing arm, basically. That's all it is, that slides in your receiver. And it has a receiver on it, so you don't lose your receiver. And otherwise than that, it's just a swinging arm. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that it's very, very expensive. A tire gate will run you about, with the jerry can attachment, that has just a mounting bracket for a high lift jack. Altogether, I want to say it was just a little bit under $1,000. To me, that is super expensive. So quality. Okay, let's talk about quality. As you use good steel, it's very thick. When you get it, it's very heavy. I wouldn't call it chintzy or anything like that. It comes powder coated, and the hardware is pretty solid. The strap system for holding in the jerry can is pretty cool. It's not bad. But what about the quality? How does it hold up? Well, I've had this for 3 years now, and I can tell you it hasn't held up. If it was a cheaper part, I would give this a 2 thumbs up, but it's not. It's $1,000. It has not held up well. The first thing that I noticed is that the washers on the swing arm have broken down, and they've broken down twice already. I had to call Hitchgate or Tiregate last year and get replacement parts, saying like, these are warranted. It shouldn't have broken down over a year. They were cool. They sent out. They asked me to send them pictures, which I did, and they sent out parts immediately. They actually sent out another emblem too for it that I have to rivet in. Polyurethane washers shouldn't break down that quick. And I just think it's because they don't have a better swing arm system on there. But that's just, additionally too, like a lot of the actual stoppers have already fallen off. So I'm sure I'll call them for that. But the hook and handle, it's not a latch that holds the swing arm. It's like this, it's just a pin. The pin faded from UV light. Not really that big of a deal. But the powder coating. The powder coating is chipping off. And there's some rust on it. There's rust on spots. I did put a reverse camera in there. And I did drill into it a couple spots. The rust isn't there. The rust is underneath the powder coating. And the powder coating has chipped off in some spots. It's not so bad to where it needs to be repainted yet. But I foresee it maybe this summer needing to be repainted. So it does hold a jack really well. It does fit, or it does hold a jack and a jerry can really well. It does fit really well on the back of my truck, and I think it's really super effective. It does the job. It sets my truck off. It's a different look. It holds this big spare tire, 35-inch, without a lot of issues too. It really does swing on a nice 35. I did have to kind of offset a little bit of the actual lugs, and I only use 2 lugs on my back, not 3. It works really well. I'm going to tell you though, it's $1,000. You know, like when you start comparing things, I would have rather spent a little bit more if it was available and just bought a bumper. You know, because the way it's set up is you lose a lot of space, you lose a lot of availability. You know, just kind of like, I mean, like, yeah, it's a decent product, but they really rip you off, man. I mean, like, I remember like the thing itself is like $600, and then you get like this bracket and this other thing to hold the high lift jack is like another $300. And you're like, really? And then they want to sell you the license plate bracket for a license plate for another $90. And it's just, to me, it's the cost. I'm not trying to be frugal. It's just the cost. In comparison, you've got like, so I'm going to get a CBI rear bumper for my 4Runner. That thing is like $2,500, but it's a full bumper with armor, with like this wonderful swinging system, a drop down table, a light. Yeah, it's $1,500 more, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you get like, I mean, this is one swing arm. So what do I think? Well, honestly, if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. Because, you know, to me, it's just necessary. You know, like I needed it and there's no other options except for building my own. And I'll be honest with you. So like when you go and talk about the Silverado market doesn't have like a front and rear bumper available. That's really like, to me, in my opinion, Overland-esque, you know? So compare like, the front bumper is available for the Silverado, or rear bumper is available for the Silverado. Compare them to like a CBI bumper. There's nothing on the market like that. So my intention is to build my own next year, because all my vehicles will be pretty much done, and then it's just fabrication. So my intention is definitely to build one, and I'll be getting rid of my Hitchgate, and I'll probably be selling it. What do I give it on a rating? I give it about a 5. It's just too expensive. The quality is all right. Customer service is really cool. Yeah, it's just for the cost, I'd expect a little more. I expect something that doesn't rust after 3 years, or, you know, doesn't break down. So if you need it, something. Is it cool? Does it look unique? Yeah, absolutely. Would I buy it for looks? No. Would I buy it for functionality? Had to. So yeah, that's my review. 5 out of 10. It's one of those things. Okay, so take it or leave it, you know. Thanks.